Hey, complex and perplexing. That is how San Antonio Police Chief William McManus described a crime scene after the bodies of two people believed to be 18-year-old Savannah Soto, who had been missing since Friday, and her boyfriend were discovered. This is where police found the bodies in a car located on Danny K Drive on the northwest side near Babcock Road. John Bob Barajas was there and spoke with the woman's family.
San Antonio police officers swarmed this apartment complex on the 5900 block of Danny K Drive, believing they found the bodies of a soon-to-be mom, 18-year-old Savannah Soto, and her boyfriend, who family says is Matthew Guerra.
We were supposed to celebrate Christmas with her and the baby. All she wanted was that baby. I think she was meant to be a mom.
Soto's sister-in-law, Joanny Wasil, says when Soto missed her appointment to be induced Saturday, they knew something was wrong. Authorities issued a missing persons alert Monday. Wasil explains a tip through Facebook led them to this great Kia.
Horrible. So confusing, so difficult.
That confusion and emotions boiled over at times as families of both Soto and Guerra waited for word from authorities. When Police Chief William McManus did speak, not much clarity was given.
It was a very, very perplexing crime scene. And detectives right now are looking at this as a possible murder. But we don't know for sure.
He adds they think the bodies are Soto's and her boyfriend's, but that he wouldn't confirm that until the medical examiner did, although families on both sides were notified.
That they were shot. I'm not sure where. I did see blood in the car when they opened it.
The chief also didn't mention a suspect, any type of murder-suicide situation, or if there was a weapon in the car. Steele tells us now all her family wants is answers while they try to move forward.
Grieve, to organize the funeral of two, Vanna and the baby.
John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
Now, this is a story that continues to bring new developments. So Savannah is actually the second child her mother, Gloria Cordova, lost in the past year and a half. Savannah's younger brother was killed last year. KSAT has learned Savannah's family was behind a courtroom brawl involving her suspected killer, captured on video this past October. This is the video that was shared with KSAT. And in the video, you can see members of Savannah's family beating the suspect accused of killing Ethan right in the middle of a Bexar County courtroom. Now, Ethan Soto was just 15 when police say he was shot and killed in May of last year. This is video from that scene. It happened on Alston Street near Callahan Road. Police said he was shot after an argument that led to gunfire. The man accused of putting credit card skimmers in gas pumps is waking up in jail this morning. SAPD says Alejandro Roman Vivar placed the skimmers in gas pumps at a Quick Trip on North Foster Road, not far from I-10 and Ben Zingelman. Investigators linked the suspect to a crime because they say his fingerprints were left on the back of the devices. He's now charged with unlawful use of criminal instruments or mechanical security device. In what's supposed to be the season of giving, some have been caught on camera stealing. The Bexar County Sheriff's Department expects thefts and break-ins to rise through the next year. That's why BCSO is pushing its Patrol By program. You can call the non-emergency number and request a deputy to check on your home while you're away. Sheriff Javier Salazar says there's no way to measure the number of break-ins and burglaries prevented. He's hoping this program makes a difference.
You're going to be patrolling your neighborhoods anyway. We may as well take an extra look at your house if you know that you're going to be out of town.
Sheriff Salazar says operators will be asked to describe your home, taking notes from any expected deliveries and what cars should be in your driveway. Now we turn to the tensions in the Middle East. President Joe Biden authorized a retaliatory strike on targets in Iraq after U.S. troops were injured during a drone attack. ABC's Liz Landers has the latest developments for us.
This morning, the U.S. strikes back at Iranian-backed militants in Iraq as tensions from the Israel-Hamas war continue to spill into the Middle East. President Joe Biden authorized the move after a Christmas Day drone attack on U.S. troops in northern Iraq struck 3, leaving 1 critically injured. Here's some of the damage from the 3 locations hit in the U.S. retaliatory strikes, which was condemned by the Iraqi prime minister in a statement.
This is very prevalent amongst the Iranians. It's how they conduct business. And it's very messy because they're using forces that sometimes don't actually take direct orders, but ultimately it's to push back against the influence of the United States.
There's still about 3,500 U.S. troops in Iraq and Syria to prevent a resurgence of ISIS, and the Pentagon estimates more than 100 attacks against U.S. personnel in the region since the start of the Israel-Hamas war. In a statement, Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin saying he and President Biden, quote, will not hesitate to take necessary action to defend the United States, our troops, and our interests. There is no higher priority. It comes as a key shipping route in the Red Sea has also been attacked for at least the 16th time, despite the recent formation of a new American-led naval patrol group in the region. The U.S. blames Yemen's Houthi rebels, backed by Iran, for these continued attacks. Meanwhile, investors are keeping a close eye on oil and gas prices now on the rise, as are shipping costs. Oil prices are up more than 2% in the last 24 hours. And in the last week, gas prices are up 6 cents per gallon nationwide, but up as much as 16 cents in Florida. Still, prices at the pump are down nearly $2 over last summer's peak, according to AAA. To show the extent of the problem, U.S. forces in the Red Sea say they shot down 17 drones and missiles fired by rebels in Yemen yesterday alone. In Washington, Liz Landers, ABC News.
The numbers are rising for young onset dementia. Young onset dementia means the cognitive decline that one experiences years before signs of dementia sets in. For some, that can be as early as the age of 30. A study released Tuesday by JAMA Neurology found that some of the more surprising risk factors are social isolation, hearing loss, and low vitamin D. How about this? This is the image from the Hubble Space Telescope. It captured mysterious ghostly shadows on Saturn's rings. Ooh. NASA says this is a composite photo taken by Hubble in October as Saturn was about 850 million miles away. Over time, observations have revealed that the number and appearances of these shadows can vary depending on Saturn's seasonal cycle. Similar to Earth, the planet has an axis with a tilt that causes seasonal changes. NASA says that each season on Saturn lasts about 7 years.